Hey.
Hey, P-Mans.
What's up?
Yeah. Just here for a potty. Do you reckon there's a podcast about toilets, like the Potty Podcast?
Oh.
And if not,
Do you reckon
can
it's
we
to,
start that?
Do you reckon it's to toilet train kids?
Oh, well, that's not what
Like
ours would be
Jedi
about.
mind trick them into using the potty?
That'd be mad if Jedi mind tricks were used to train kids to use the toilet. Could you imagine if we all had Jedi mind powers, how abused they would get?
I feel like people do have Jedi mind powers in terms of like manipulating.
Yeah, they're called Sith Lords. They're the bad guys. They're the non-Jedis. They're the Darth Vaders. What are they called?
Yeah.
What are the bad guys in Star Wars called? The Jedis versus the...
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, you're the wrong person to be
I've
talking.
watched Star Wars.
Oh, you have?
I have.
Yeah, oh, good.
I was made to watch it and I did enjoy it.
They're good.
I honestly did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge rewatcher of that long a series. There's a lot of movies there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of movies.
That's a lot of movies. I think I watched two and I can't... I watched the first three. Sure.
Did you
and
know...
then they go backwards.
Did you know that there are arguments online as to the way to watch them too? It's like if you actually watch it from episode 2 through to 6 and then come back to 1.
That's why it was
It's
like
wait,
it's all
why?
backwards. Like what?
Wait, why? George didn't make him that way.
Why doesn't it just go
George?
1, 2... Yeah.
George, what were you doing?
Who's George?
George Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
What were you doing? I don't want to delve too deep into Star Wars with you, but the when he did the first 3, amazing. But to be fair, the second 3, the first one's, that one's long. That's Jar Jar, and it's like a lot of people in like this council chamber making poor decisions. So if you did start Star Wars with that one back then, I don't think it would have the same effect because people are like, we're watching intergalactic politics. What the fuck is this shit?
I can't tell you how much I checked out of that.
I tried to be really quick because I knew I'd lose you.
I can't tell you how much I started thinking about the game in drama class where you'd be like, yes, and you always have to accept
improv.
the offers.
Yeah, sorry, I did not handball you
And
that.
I was like, in my mind, I was like, I don't know how he wants me to accept this offer. I don't know.
I knew going in, I was like, she's not going to know what you're talking about, but they might.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily always about us.
Yeah, 100%.
It's about the 2-3 people plus mum and dad that are subscribed.
I just don't care for the people who think that everyone should know stuff about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Some people just don't. It's cool.
My favourite thing is getting Star Wars and Star Trek confused to people
I do that.
really like Star Wars and Star Trek. Because it's
Do you do it on purpose?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because that's what the...
Is that a Jedi mind trick?
Yeah, I've got a few favourite things. Yeah, it's a Jedi mind trick. Totally. I flip a script on them. Kobayashi Maru them. That's a Star Trek reference for all you Trekkers out there. Yeah, no, the Jedis in Star Trek were really good.
That one.
Well done.
Yeah.
Spock. Good girl. Nailed it.
Yeah.
You got a bit of pop culture
I
reference
think I
there.
watched a Star Trek.
Yeah. I think I'll watch.
I'm a big fan of like the 80s rom-coms, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Breakfast Club. Like,
you've watched all them?
Almost Famous. Yeah. Like that's my thing. Nowadays, like I suppose technically my favorite movies are simply rom-coms, but now the rom-coms are kind of like not as cool.
Yeah.
cheesy.
Do you know why I think they're not as cool? Because they tried to cram too many stars into that 2-hour blockbuster time frame movie standard volume. And when you have too many storylines to follow, it starts to just go, well, this is just like the lineup of people that you knew people were going to go to the cinemas to see. There's no other reason that they made this movie apart from the fact that they wanted to make some sort of money with this list, Cher.
I also
and
think
Barbara
that
Streisand.
some
You're
of
like, what
the
are we doing with these movies? Why
some
are
of
these
the
people in them?
storylines are like so far-fetched though as well.
Yeah.
Like it's...
What's our favourites? What's our tradition?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
No.
Oh, what?
Our Christmas tradition.
Oh.
The Santa Claus. Tim Allen.
And the Chris McKay episode of The OC. I watch that every year on my own.
Yeah, that might be you. And Jingle All the Way, Arnie Schwarzenegger. See, those old Christmas movies where you just had that 1 or 2 blockbuster
Santa Claus really isn't that great though. It's amazing because it's
hasn't held up.
Something we do annually.
Yeah, no, it's an our thing.
We must honour it.
It's an us
But every time you're kind of like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. No, look, we have probably watched it too many times to sort of still see the joy in it. But I'm looking forward to having kids and making them watch the shit out of it because that's
What do you reckon the first movie is that I should watch in my new house? I've just moved into a new house.
Paranormal Activity.
No, they want to watch Scream. My housemates want to watch Scream. I don't want to watch Scream.
Yeah. No, Pearl and I don't do well in scary films. We're very much a
Yeah, no, I suck.
Is it over?
Paranormal Activity, I literally remember being in the Bondi Junction cinema, like hiding behind the chair, like gripping onto my boyfriend at the time, being like, yeah, why did you do this to me? It's all your fault.
You know, yeah, I remember being on a plane and watching Paranormal Activity 2 and being like,
That's weird.
probably not the right movie to watch on a plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I reckon that doesn't put you to sleep.
No, I wasn't going to sleep after that. I tried to think yeah, it's just like the Blair Witch Project, just a cheap budget and it's really well done. But it's like, I still get that tendency of getting scared.
I'm just pre-scared.
I'm pre-scared all the time.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm jittery at the
If
best.
you say it's a scary movie, I'm like the anticipation of the scare is the thing that gets me the most. Like when people pop up in the mirrors after they close it and then they open it again and then there's someone all of a sudden there, that shit freaks me out. I always know it's coming, but it still
gets you.
Gets me.
Suspense. Little kids in movies where they are like the villain, demon, whatever. No, ma'am. Don't need that in my life.
Scary dolls.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Yeah, evil dolls as well. Evil children and evil dolls, absolutely not.
Evil
Actually,
dolls.
I mean, what's the
evil dolls?
Yeah, that's worse.
Because I like toys.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Imagine
I'm a
if
bit more
they
Toy
made-
Story than Chucky.
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 Imagine if they made there was a sentence that was coming out
No doubt.
that I forgot.
Yeah, mid-sentence. I hate that.
Yeah.
I
It was
hate
a
that.
good one too.
Was it do's?
Only if I said it seamlessly.
Yeah, now that we've
now that
done
I've
this.
built up the anticipation, it's not funny.
No. That's all right. We can circle back, and if you somehow manage to find another slot for it.
That's unfortunate.
Can I tell you that I've just recently transplanted my grevilleas? Oi, I've lost at least 6 or 7 grevilles. We've got rainbow lorikeets from Wires, because we're Wires
Grevilles.
volunteers, on the balcony. I've got 4 of them. They're very annoying, and some of them won't leave, even though they can. And so we're trying to grow grevilleas. This is not interesting, but we're trying
It's
to grow
not.
grevilleas. Okay, all right. Let's drop grevilleas, but I want to stay on plants. Can I? Just a little.
Okay.
Venus flytraps.
What? About
Never
them?
owned one that eats a bug
Oi.
in my life.
No, do you know
I
what I
have
hate?
put ants, I have put flies in these little Venus flytraps from the vegan shop, and they do nothing. And you're like, what? I don't want to go to the Amazon to get a real one.
Do you know what I hate? I did see one at Bunnings and I put my finger in it and there was clearly a sign that said, don't put your finger in the Venus flytrap. And I was like, you know what would be cool? I've never put my finger in a Venus flytrap. And I
Classic.
did it and
Classic
I got in
don't
trouble
do.
by the store manager.
Oh, really? They call you out over the microphone with security watching?
No, he was like,
excuse
hey.
me, lady.
Yeah. Hey, clean up on aisle you.
That's gorgeous. Yeah, no, Venus flytraps.
What else have you got on Venus flytraps? Is
Not
that
just
it?
a novelty. Well, I just think there's a kind of like, imagine if you had a pest problem and you were literally thought that you were going to cure it by buying multiple Venus flytraps, and just nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's just bullshit advertising.
Is that how they advertise it? I actually
It's a
didn't know
Venus
that.
flytrap.
No,
It's-
the name is not like what it does.
why are there videos online of Venus flytraps eating flies?
Now I'm not sure. And I wish if you hadn't banned my phone from me, I would have looked it up.
Yeah, well, that was for good reason. You were going to be put in the naughty corner too.
I can't handle it.
Yeah, well, I'll remove points off of Gryffindor if you keep that behaviour up. Do you know I did a test the other day with Bomber and it turns out I'm in Slytherin.
Oh.
I was alright with it. I like Slytherin.
Can I do the test?
Yeah, it's like a 24 question thing, so we might say
Pass
that
me
for
my
another
phone.
time.
Better get started.
Yeah, that's the first question.
Jedi
And you've
mind
already
trick?
failed. You're in Hufflepuff.
Jedi mind trick.
Jedi mind trick. Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, well, I mean, we should probably talk about some sort of music stuff as well.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I mean,
I just want to let the record straight today. This is one of those days where I got myself from A to B, and that's it.
there's been a couple of those lately.
I'm highly anxious and like
Do you know what?
going through a PR nightmare.
Do you think that psychologists are just removalists for brain furniture?
Fuck.
I'm trying to just throw something at you here to...
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, that's a great way of putting it. I'm
Yeah.
loving that imagery.
Yeah. Imagine him just beep,
Back up the
beep,
truck.
beep, back it up, opens the doors, dump that all in there, and drive off to the tip with it.
Yeah. I suppose that's what I think infrared saunas I hear are like. People seem to go to them and they're just like, "I'm just amazing. I'm just like a new person." I'm like, I want to be a new person.
Yeah.
Please.
I've heard people that go to salt rooms have also said the similar thing.
No, salt rooms. I once had tonsillitis for like 6 months and I sat in salt rooms like twice a week. And I don't reckon they do anything.
Yeah,
it was
right.
really weird.
Yeah.
It's just literally full of like Himalayan rock salt.
Are there little lights in there
But there's
too?
nothing fun about it. Like you have to sit there and read and just breathe, and that's shit. Like I don't know, give me something to do.
Don't
Or
you
like
reckon
at
they
least
should
a
have-
massage chair.
Don't you reckon they should have a gym in there so that you're working up a kind of
Yeah.
like deeper breath? Like imagine doing like
spin class.
What spin class? I don't go to the gym. Spin class.
Yeah.
Dance Zumba classes.
Ooh.
And just sucking in that salty.
Yeah, I
Did you go
feel
to
like
the
that would
beach
be
and
good.
achieve the same result?
Oh. No,
Can you lie
'cause,
in
like,
salt or do you need to breathe it in?
greenhouse
Bloody greenhouse.
emissions and shit
God,
like that.
everything will get
It's
you.
polluted.
Everything's gonna
Everything
get you.
gives you cancer.
Oh, isn't it the worst? Just opening your eyes in the morning. That's dark. That got real dark. No, but we're going to have some new bangers coming out soon.
I put a TV in my room. Sorry, I'm so excited about it.
Wait, in terms of like you mounted it or you set it up?
I set it up. I watched a show for the first time in my room on my TV.
Did
Sorry,
you?
I just thought about something that I was thankful for.
Okay. And what pray tell brought this all on? What show did you watch?
Girls.
Girls.
I love Girls.
Girls.
Controversial. I don't think
okay.
you've watched Girls. It's like the modern day Sex in the City.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Lena Dunham wrote it. She's also a controversial human being.
Is she a girl?
Yeah, she
Controversial
is.
girl.
She's good. She pushes the boundaries.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the music then, because that was, may I say,
We got a couple of electro house rompers that are going to come out. I was actually re-listening to them again. I mean, we've still got to write the top lines for it, but I don't think they're going to be the top lines like the other ones. They're a bit more clubby. You think like Mason Exceeder, and then they re-released it with Princess Superstar. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me hear you scream
if you want some more like
push it, watch me work it. I'm perfect. Right?
I love that song.
That tune is such a banger, but the instrumental of that was like originally just the
oh,
instrumental.
let's write something like that.
And then they re-released it afterwards, and it was a thumper.
Yeah.
There's actually some like Luciana and like people like Body Rocks. Body Rocks. You think you got it all worked out, but you don't know nothing. I reckon that's kind of the catchy repetitiveness of those kind of chickadees that we should kind of expose.
That's sassiness.
That's sassiness.
Bit of old school, like
Just
Santi Gold as well.
Own it, mama, on the dance floor.
Oh, yeah. 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 I meant Santi Gold references in like the way she writes her top lines.
Yeah. Far out. I haven't
way
heard
she
that
writes
name
them.
in ages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched
she
her at
was-
Splendor last year.
Oh, was she at Splendor?
Yeah.
She's still kicking it. That's mad.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I was
Yeah.
like losing my shit. I didn't even see her on the lineup. And then I
Really?
was like, it was in the main stage.
Do you
and I
know
was
what?
like, whoa.
Speaking of Splendor, I actually remember yesterday I had a flashback because they played Hey Ya on the radio, and I remember seeing Outkast.
Hey, yeah, yeah. You saw Outcast at Splendor. What year?
Shake it like a Polaroid. I can't
You
remember.
know what to do.
You know what my favorite thing about that film clip too is the band members' names, because he plays each band member.
Oh, yeah.
And my favorite one's Possum Jenkins. I think he's the bass player. And he's like,
That video clip is
the video
so good.
clip is amazing. Oh, that's not Outcast, is it? That's just not. Oh no, it is Outcast.
Hey, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because then they split and did a few things on their own. I couldn't remember if maybe that happened after. Yeah, I remember
Cannot
seeing them
confirm.
at Splendor. Yeah, no, that's right. I was a bit before you. But yeah, I saw them at Splendor. I can't remember because it was one of the 2 years Tom played, and I think it was the second one because it was more recent. It was like 2017, I want to say, 16, 17.
yeah, that was the one that I wanted, you went up and I was
Yeah,
supposed
and
to
Katie
come.
Mabs came and met us up there, but you couldn't make it. And I remember seeing Outkast
I'd never been to
play.
a Splendor. It
Girl.
seemed like such a daunting experience to go all the way to Byron to go to a festival to spend 3 days in the mud
You've gone further for less.
yeah, but all I did when the first time I did go there was just circle the gold bar fucking 500 times
Right.
talking.
yeah. That's not the probably real Splendor experience.
Yeah.
No, totally. I reckon that's probably the best up there is the best festival
Strummers.
Australia's.
Sorry. Strummers, drinks.
The best. Got bevies on your mind, dear. It's only 9:30.
Beer?
Yeah, oh, both. What beer do you drink?
I like a pale ale.
Okay.
I like a little fruity pale ale.
A fruity pale ale.
Or a pilsner.
Okay. Yep. I can't really get past
Stone and
lagers,
Wood.
to be honest. Although I do like an alcoholic ginger beer. But
No.
No?
No.
Right. I
No.
like a really crisp
No.
lager. No. Yeah, but your palate when it comes to trying different and experiencing different alcohols is far greater than mine. Because I just kind of go, whatever, I'll just drink vodka. It's easy.
Oh, I just wanna experience everything.
Yeah, right. Totally. What were you saying the other day? Coffee beans is what you smell between drinking.
Neutralizes your nose palate. Nose palate? Your sense
Do you
of
put
smell.
the beans up your snores?
No, you just smell a little
The
bowl.
fragrant aroma.
Yeah, before you taste.
Sip your next one.
I actually don't remember now.
Yeah, I feel like we might have got those wires crossed and that was the joke.
Yeah.
Worst.
What did I
We'd
say?
be terrible stand-up
What palate does it
comedians.
cleanse? Because coffee is pretty obnoxious taste.
Coffee's brutal.
It's smell. I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah, I think they get you to smell it between perfumes.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
Right.
Instead of tasting wine.
Oh, that is so much more different. We definitely... Okay, so
I suck.
when we were growing up, our mum had this sense of smell that anything even slightly sort of out of the ordinary would offend her.
Yeah.
So,
I think I said this. I picked up on... I have it now.
oh, you've got it now. Yeah, you've developed it later on in life. I remember if she dropped you to a party when you were like 15 or whatever, you weren't allowed to put on your perfume cologne until you got out of the car at the other end. So, and then you'd put it back in the car, but she'd make you put it in the boot in the bag, and she'd be like, "Oh,
No, fucking
it
spray
smells!
that
Oh, you
shit
spray
over
that
here.
shit over here." But that's an unfortunate thing to have to deal with, isn't it? Imagine if she was a
Yeah, okay, so I have a... Oh, do I
perfume
say this? I have a thing.
entre-
My new housemate loves to burn incense in her room.
Oh yeah,
I hate incense.
yeah. Bomb used to do that too.
But I can't... It's
The
not
sticks?
the sticks.
There's some of them that are all right.
No.
Oh.
Not on this nose palette.
What
No,
about
siree.
what about like an essential oil diffuser?
I can do natural oils like peppermints and lavenders, and I can do like a understated candle that's kind of like something natural. Like I know this is weird, but like anything
Yeah.
that's just really perfumated. Hello?
Perfumated.
Perfumated?
Whatever.
Yeah, I reckon it's the word.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Running
If not,
with it.
TM.
This is me running with it. Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah. You get offended by them.
Also,
Relocate, leave
how
room.
interesting is like how you associate smells with things. Like
Yeah, with
people,
memory.
yeah, with memory, and just like
Good times.
I remember the perfume of all my exes, and every time I smell it,
Right.
I'm like, oh,
Well, yeah, you have a negative experience. No, I do remember there was a couple of scents that I remember being like, probably ex-girlfriends wearing, and then being like, you occasionally smell something, and you're like, oh, I remember that smell. But
have you ever had
It's
someone
weird like
who's
that, isn't
worn the same perfume as your ex-girlfriend?
that's what I'm probably saying.
But I mean, like a new girl that you started
oh,
seeing, isn't that?
oh.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't know. Got any
No.
sprays? And I'll
Can't remember. Yeah, let's-
rejig my mems.
Rejig.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? The correlation between all the senses and how other people's are heightened when they lose one.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if you went deaf and blind tomorrow and you already have an overly strong sense of smell. You'd be up it.
I read something the other day. Someone was like, I feel sorry for all the lip readers at the moment because everyone's wearing masks.
Oh, it's true.
It's really, yeah.
It's true.
So I think sign, you have to go to sign. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Did you just try to sign then and
Yeah.
somewhat made more of the blood sign?
No, I did not.
That's what I was getting. You were throwing up a
I
blood
kind of
then.
did that.
Do you
But I
remember
don't
doing
know
that
if,
as a
I think
kid,
that was
being like,
probably not,
yeah, blood?
I think that was probably inappropriate, but
All right, lucky you had the pup's head there.
lucky where Yeah.
You look like you were doing a magical Rubik's Cube, an air Rubik's Cube.
I was never good at Rubik's Cubes.
You know, it's just equations.
I used to pick the stickers up.
It's patterns.
Yeah, I used to pick the stickers
Yeah,
up.
but once you do that, me and my cousin did that to Nans back
That's
in the
why I
day.
started doing it.
I know, it was a bad example. My apologies.
You ruined it. You ruined Christmas. You did ruin Christmas, though.
But you weren't around at that point, so don't try and
but
play
that's
stories that
you-
pre-existed. That was PC. That was pre-Pearl. I did ruin a Christmas once when I was like 4. So like mum and dad got up for Santa sack and we opened Santa sack. And I was like, yeah, Santa sack. And then mum and dad went back to bed, but it didn't stop there. I then proceeded to open every present under the Christmas tree, even the ones not sent for me, thinking that maybe there would be one in there for me and I'd find out. And then mum would come out later that morning to see everything under the tree unwrapped.
And they didn't know who was whose presents were whose because you'd unwrapped everyone, so no one knew what they were supposed to get.
It was a good year.
So did you get everything?
Yeah, I got
How'd
to
you
keep
divvy
the
that up?
vase. I got to keep the fruit bowl. I got to keep the photo
Any
album.
appropriate appropriate gifts?
As a 4-year-old,
Words?
I don't remember them words much. As
Been
a
talking long.
4-year-old, I don't remember exactly the whole. But there was one that was a transformer for me, and I was like, Transformers
In disguise.
Jackpot. Yeah.
Robots
In disguise.
Peanuts in your eyes.
On that, donuts in your eyes. On that note, thanks for putting up with us. Again, new music is coming soon, and we'll be here at the same time next week. Feel free to subscribe.
Goodbye.